welcome back to the Allen High School Winter Concert Band Series. The next band to perform is the LFC Wind Ensemble. They'll be performing Panoramic Landscapes by Tyler S. Grant, Solace in Equinox by Tyler S. Grant, and Joy of Love and Life by, you guessed it, Tyler S. Grant. Please help me welcome to the podium Mr. Joshua Blankenship and the LFC Wind Ensemble.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, this is the Lowry Freshman Summer Winter Ensemble before you. I have to compliment on the amazing work that they have done this semester so far. With an extended marching season, Tournament of Roses, and trying to put on a concert that's challenging for any band student, much less a freshman student, taking on all that, and also doing all region, right? So these students have just accomplished an incredible amount this semester. Extremely happy with the work they've done. You should be extremely proud of your students because they've just done great work. Obviously, we're here tonight to celebrate our composer and resident, Mr. Tyler Grant. And he's going to speak a few words about the next piece, Solace of Equinox. So if you please help me welcome to the podium, Mr. Tyler Grant.
Thank you. I'm going to echo what I said in the last concert. You really do have incredible teachers here in Allen ISD and with the band programs here. There's really, I'm very fortunate that I get to travel all around the country over 100 days a year to work with band programs, all state groups, region groups, everything in between. And truly what you have here, and hopefully everybody in here knows this, is really quite special. So to be here for this week and to make music with all of these students that I'm going to be making music with tonight and tomorrow night is really such an honor, and I cannot thank you enough for the opportunity and the privilege to stand in front of your students, because it really is quite special. One of the things for composers that we oftentimes do is, we have pieces, we're supposed to say that all of our pieces are like our children and we're not supposed to have a favorite, but sometimes, some pieces definitely stand out, and, I've composed probably at this point, or published probably, 65 or 70 pieces, so definitely there are some standout pieces, and this next one is definitely one of those for me. And as a composer, what you do is when you write a piece of music, especially for live ensembles and live orchestras, wind ensembles, concert bands, is you basically are entrusting your artistic message to these students. The piece you're about to hear is the piece that is one of the most heavy messages that I have ever entrusted to a student ensemble, which is a piece of music that I wrote in memory of a dear friend of mine who tragically passed away from cancer. And one of the hardest pieces I've ever composed, much less one of the hardest pieces to ever conduct, and I cannot tell you how incredibly special it's been to share some really wonderful moments in rehearsal with these students and talking about how much of a privilege it is to make music with our instruments and to spread a meaningful message to you as an audience. But the only thing I want to share about this piece, other than that, is just an expression of both gratitude, grief, appreciation, and wonderful memories of a dear person who meant a lot to me, is that, my friend Tony Wood, his name was Tony, and passed away, and his funeral happened to fall right on the fall equinox. That's where the title comes from. And it's basically trying to find peace in the midst of unimaginable grief, amidst probably the hardest human emotion that we all have encountered, and many of us have encountered, and I would say many of us have encountered for sure. And so it's trying to find peace amongst very unimaginable, unexplained circumstances. That's all I want to leave you with, because this piece is not supposed to just mean that for me, but it's supposed to mean something special to everybody who hears it or everybody who plays it. So I gift this piece to you, no matter what that is. But these students are taking on the incredible task of being the message bearers of this piece. No easy task whatsoever. So it is with deep gratitude that my friends on stage here and myself, we offer you Solace of the Equinox. Thank you.
before we perform our last piece, just a couple of acknowledgments. I would like to really thank our middle school staff who make my job so easy. I get to work with the fruit of their labors and what they've taught these kids for the past 3 years. And it's just an absolute joy, and I really owe all of that gratitude to them because they do such an amazing job. So if you would help me give them a round of applause, please. Lastly, I mentioned earlier how these students have been working on the all-region music, and you probably know because you've probably heard it in your household for the past 4 months, but they've been working on this music literally for 4 months, and we had some great success at that contest. I'm not really a numbers person, but if you are and you're really concerned about those things, we did have more students than any other school in the region make the all-region band, so if you would help me congratulate those students who made all-region. Our last tune, Joy of Love and Life, I'm going to ask Mr. Grant to say a few words before we play that last piece.
All right, it's interesting. You've heard now, I guess this is the 4th piece of mine. If you were here for the middle school concert, this is the 4th piece of mine that you're going to hear in a row. I'm so sorry. But this next piece is also, ironically, it's a memorial piece as well. Very different though than the last piece that you just heard, which they performed so beautifully. And like I said, I cannot tell you as a composer, when you stand in front of a group and they play it as well as they did, it touches you in a way that you just can't express. So, but this next piece of music was written, it was commissioned by a group in California, and they asked me to write a piece of music for a band director that was in their district who tragically passed away. He was not that much older than I am, actually, and tragically passed away. And they asked me to write a piece in his memory and to do something that would be played then by the all-county honor band, or their district honor band. And so I started talking to them about, this band director, and we want a memorial piece and everything. And then they said, yeah, fantastic, but could you write the piece about corn? And I had that same reaction. I was like, very taken aback. I said, corn? Like corn? Like shucked corn? Like corn? They said, yeah, he was a bluegrass musician. He played in a bluegrass band here in California, and he loved country music, he loved bluegrass, he loved, all those different kinds of things. And so they asked me to write a piece that was not going to be something like what you just heard, which was purely, a lullaby, elegy type of a piece. They wanted something that would really celebrate everything about life, not just the heartfelt moments that we have to celebrate, but also the joy of it. And so what you're going to see, can we hold up the washboard? Can somebody hold up the washboard real quick? We actually have an authentic washboard that we're going to play for you tonight. Yeah, there we go. And we've got all kinds of great things. It's going to be one of those pieces that you're just going to toe tap along to. The middle section is going to feature several different soloists in this outstanding group. And so I think it's just a great piece that's going to show off this ensemble really amazing. But, I'm from the great state of Alabama, and I also currently live in Georgia. So, I'm not that far from Kentucky. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to, enjoy some joy and love and life. Does that sound good? Awesome. All right. So enjoy some toe tap, enjoy love and life. Thanks so much.